Welcome to MSM Solutions YouTube channel. Quality systems, quality people. In the previous videos, we spoke at length about CRMs, Certified Reference Material. However, there are times where we cannot use CRMs or we do not have CRMs for our process. We do not have it because we can't find one commercially available that fit into our matrix, or we have one but it's very expensive that we cannot use on a day-to-day, so we need to use something else to complement this, or we don't require uh, aspects of a CRM or characteristics of a CRM for the particular method of application that we work with. In those cases, one would use an in-house QC, that means an in-house prepared quality control standard, whereby the need for a CRM, it's not there, or there is no CRM available for the matrix that is required. However, even if we use our own in-house, we prepare our own reference material, we need to ensure that it still complies with the basic requirements of a reference material, meaning it needs to be homogeneous and it needs to be stable for a long time. There is a preparation guide, ISO Guide 80, that can actually help in making sure that the in-house prepared QC meets all these requirements. The ISO Guide 80 gives you guidance in how to prepare in-house quality control material. In this guide, it will talk about aspects of material specification. How do you choose the material you're going to use? Where do you source it? Material sourcing. Material processing, meaning your primary preparation, your drying, your milling, pulverization, or whatever material processing is required. Subdivision and packaging, how you actually pack it. It will talk about how you pack it and what you need to use to pack it. So you will need to look at your material and decide what is the best packaging form that you need. Is it paper, plastic, screw cap, envelopes, whatever it is. It will ask you questions so that you think about those things. Homogeneity assessment, value assignment. You'll take a few samples from those packages and test them for homogeneity, and then use also that some of those values to assign a consensus value for your material. Stability assessment, you need to know how long you can keep this material. Documentation, once you've got all this information, you need to document it well, such that if you're going to be using it for a year, for 2 years, 10 years, that everybody knows exactly how it was prepared, how it needs to be stored, and what needs to happen to it, and what value has been assigned to it, and how that number came about. And storage, does the storage get affected by opening and closing? How long once you've opened it you can store it, or if it's sealed, how long. So all of that is included, and it will give you a guide, step-by-step guide on how exactly do you get to do this. So we've spoken about buying CRMs and what to look out for in terms of the CRMs we're buying. We've also spoken about how to prepare our own in-house quality control standards. The next question becomes, okay, now that we have this material, what do we use it for? What is its application? There are different uses of QCs. Some include preparation of QC charts. Remember, when you have a QC material, you will be analyzing it with your samples every day. So you can use those values to make QC charts. And there's certain information that you can then derive from your QC chart. You can use it for comparison of results. You can use it with method development. If you're developing a new method and you have a known value of your QC, when you use it there, it will give you a guide if your method is working or not working. Instrument performance test, repeatability and reproducibility studies. These are some of the data points you would need if you were to do a method validation exercise. You can use it as a check sample, or even to check your operators, operator variability. You can give it to different operators and see the different results, and be able to see if everybody is doing the same thing, or if there's differences, and maybe there's a training issue that you need to look at. So those kind of information, because this is one sample that's been properly prepared, it has one value, so any changes gives you information in terms of, okay, what are we looking at? Other things like impact of changes on the method. It could be a simple impact as environmental changes. Maybe the method you're doing is temperature sensitive, sensitive to room temperature, you can then see that from your QC result. That, oh, if I use it in a room that is at 30 degrees, it operates differently, or it gives me a different result compared to when I use it at 20 degrees. That kind of information is what a QC can help you with. And these we will speak more on in the next video. Thank you.